Chapter 188. The wolf pack, after a moment of chaos, promptly reacted, howling in unison. The horde of voles on this side surged forward like a split bamboo, rushing headlong into the fray. The voles, being more numerous and smaller in size, easily overwhelmed their adversaries with sheer numbers. However, the mutant wolves of this region were the true rulers of the grasslands. They were battle-hardened and fiercely resisted. The battle had just begun, and it was too early to predict the outcome. The lightning mouse, true to its name, was as fast as lightning. It darted across the battlefield, bringing down 5 wolves. It was a powerhouse among the mice, a transcendent third order. Using speed to suppress its opponents, another moon-faced wolf stepped up to confront it, unwilling to let this mouse deplete its own forces any further. The moon-faced wolf was also a transcendent third order, possessing a body several dozen times larger than its kin. Its entire body exuded a chilling aura of death. Today, it would face off against the lightning mouse, but before entering the battle, it had to display its might. It unleashed a breath of spiritual energy, annihilating dozens of voles. Clearly, this wolf was trying to regain its footing. It then launched several close combat attacks, causing another group of mice to perish. The shockwaves from the moon-faced wolf's powerful attacks not only pushed back the mice behind them but also diminished their fighting spirit. If this situation continued, it might break the formation of Misty Mountain. Just at this moment, a giant golem suddenly sprouted from the ground behind them. Ching Chong had arrived. Of course, where there were mice, there had to be Ching Ching. He was also a transcendent third-order powerhouse. The earth figure grew larger and larger, its stature already towering over the giant wolf. Indeed, the earth here was free, and Ching Chong greedily absorbed the earth to fortify his body. Ching Chong stuck his head out and declared, "Your opponent today is me." Without uttering another word, the moon-faced wolf charged at the earth golem, and their battle officially began. The nine-tailed fox on this side roared, "Come here, Moon Wolf King." The Wolf King heard and roared back, "Very well, you stinking fox." And so, the two rushed at each other. The blood wolf, its entire body a deep red, roared and rushed to block the path of the black bull. It was just the right time. The black bull had no opponents to practice on. It swung its axe, the black bull bellowed, "Die!" And so, a battle that shook the heavens and the earth unfolded. The sounds of roars and explosions echoed as if they wanted to tear apart this piece of grassland. In contrast, it was a peaceful day at Misty Mountain, but the sun seemed a bit harsh. The divine tree was certain that the Ninetails had reached the grasslands by now. They would have to fight the king of the grasslands, the 2 wolf kings. Knowing the strength of the grasslands through intelligence, the divine tree had arranged a matching force, but still hoped that they would not be careless. Over here in Australia, a green dragon spread its wings. The golden ant was here, surrounded by variously colored mutant reptiles. It must be said that the golden ant was increasingly resembling the form of Sun Wukong, now even sporting 2 long whiskers. The golden ant took a moment to rest. Perhaps it was time for him and his people to leave this place and return to Misty Mountain. Looking at this, he had leveled this area. All the resisting beasts had become dead bodies. It was hard to imagine how powerful the golden ant had become. Returning to the battle on the grasslands, the black bull was gathering momentum and charging forward. He used the transformation skill Beast Body Enhancement. Immediately his whole body radiated an extremely powerful aura, rushing into close combat. His 2 horns had become 4, sharp as spear tips, pointing forward. The speed of his body had reached the speed of sound, and then, the Blood Wolf Queen was hit. Fresh blood spurted out. These horns seemed to be just decoration. Unexpectedly it was a deadly weapon. The Blood Wolf Queen jumped back to keep distance. A hole in her body was continuously bleeding. At this time she could no longer roar, because the pain was occupying all her mind. Seizing this opportunity, the Black Bull began his speech. "Brother, it seems that you no longer have the strength to dominate the entire wolf pack. Perhaps it's time to change the leader." The Blood Wolf Queen was not the type to be easily persuaded. Hearing this, she retorted, "Don't be too arrogant, got a little advantage and already showing off. Wasn't the mutant tree warning you not to be complacent? Oh dear, While the Blood Wolf Queen was arguing, fresh blood was still spurting out of her mouth. Indeed, the Black Bull's attack was a critical hit. But just at this moment, the Blood Wolf Queen also transformed, becoming a ferocious black and red wolf, with long fur and seemingly able to stand on two legs. This form was called Silver Moon Guardian. A powerful black breath began to spread around. Her eyebrows also became a piece of bright white fur. Under the blessing of the moon, the Blood Wolf Queen had become several times stronger. It seems that this opponent of the Black Bull was also evenly matched. The Nine-Tails and the Moon Wolf King were still struggling without a clear winner. But the Blood Wolf Queen's transformation had attracted the attention of the Nine-Tails. She sensed a clear danger from this wolf. She was really a bit worried for the Black Bull. Meanwhile, the Blood Wolf Queen began to gather spiritual power, creating a dangerous-looking purple-black sphere. The next second, this sphere was thrown straight at the Black Bull. The Black Bull, in his enhanced state, also had to grit his teeth to block it. Why didn't he dodge? Impossible. The distance was too close. The description was long, but the reality was extremely fast. There was no possibility to dodge, especially for the Black Bull, a tanker. The Queen, as she said, launched an attack on the Black Bull. A loud explosion echoed, and dust filled the air. The Black Bull in the smoke was coughing, but it seemed that there were no fatal wounds. Snap! A bite on the shoulder, unexpectedly. Using this dust, the Blood Wolf Queen had sneak attack from behind with a deadly bite. The Black Bull turned back to look, his eyes full of anger. Damn it! But the Blood Wolf Queen responded with a provocative look. Hello! And a powerful spiritual energy beam shot straight into the Black Bull's mouth, pushing him hundreds of meters away, crashing into a mountain. Of course, he was still not defeated. Knowing this beforehand, the Blood Wolf Queen just clicked her tongue, trying so hard but still no significant results. Indeed, the Black Bull again staggered out from the rubble. He must have been very angry. A beautiful horn had been cut off by the Blood Wolf Queen. The Wolf King looked at the Nine-Tails on a high rock. Of course, they had exchanged dozens of blows. Both were still not defeated, but the Wolf King knew. It seemed that prolonging the battle was a bad idea. He roared, Stinking Fox, admit it, your spiritual power is indeed endless. It's been a long time since I had such a lifetime battle. Before he finished speaking, a pillar of fire from the base of the Nine-Tails blazed up, shooting straight into the sky. The Wolf King was quite wary when he saw this scene. Damn it, just praise this guy a sentence. And he showed off again. But indeed, the spiritual power of the Nine-Tails was truly endless. To defeat her, he could only completely dominate, kill in one blow. Only then would there be a chance to win. The Nine-Tails began to speak coldly. The seal on her forehead also shone brightly. I did not come here to play with you. The Wolf King heard this, felt his pride rise. He also braced his whole body, clenched his buttocks, burst out his strength. He roared loudly, Me either. End of chapter 188.